Hello, and welcome to our 10th module. This week we'll cover two environmental laws. The first is the Toxic Substance Control Act, or TSCA, and the second is the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act, or FIFRA. These are relatively easy laws to understand compared to recent laws we've covered in the past. We'll begin with TSCA. When TSCA was enacted in 1976, there were 62,000 chemicals that required testing, and EPA was given a mandate to go and evaluate them for safety. How many do you think were actually tested over the next 2 decades? Only 200. Of these 200, how many do you think were regulated? Only 5. So it should come as no surprise that TSCA was considered a failure. But in 2016, something remarkable happened. A bipartisan agreement emerged from Congress to reauthorize TSCA. Since the book we're using was published in 2013, it doesn't reflect the 2016 changes, but I still assign it because I want you to know the law's weaknesses. There were 4 major changes found in the 2016 reauthorization. First, mandatory requirements were imposed on EPA to evaluate existing chemicals with clear and enforceable deadlines. These did not exist before. Second, the safety standard was now based on risk and not on an economic balancing of costs. Third, there was increased public transparency for chemical information. And finally, Congress created a consistent source of funding for EPA to carry out the responsibilities under the new law. These 4 changes address the major weaknesses of the law, and today we're seeing progress towards meeting the law's goals. As you review this law, I want you to think about why Congress came to an agreement to remedy this law. What had changed? We're also going to discuss FIFRA. This law regulates pesticides and herbicides. Pesticides and herbicides are designed, manufactured, and distributed with the intent of killing a plant or animal species. These products are not the byproduct of something else, like the Clean Air Act's combustion of coal. They have a specific legal and regulated intent. That harm, as the book Silent Spring so methodically explained, is silent and slow. It has a pernicious character that moves slowly up the food chain and ultimately onto our dinner plates. Keep in mind that products like DDT were commonly sprayed around neighborhoods to eradicate malaria, which it did very effectively. FIFRA is a law designed to label and warn its users about pesticide and herbicide products. It's not intended to reduce use, but to ensure proper and safe use, handling, and disposal. As you review this law, I want you to consider it if it's tough enough. Should more be done?